This is an article by TechCrunch. MrBeast's blindness video puts systematic ableism on display. That's right, this is a real article written by a real person. Recently, megastar creator MrBeast posted a video on his YouTube where he spotlights numerous blind and visually impaired people who have undergone the surgical procedure that cures their blindness. As of writing this, the video has been viewed more than 76 million times, and the responses have been visceral, both in praise and contempt. I think this is just a completely disingenuous way to frame this, because it's framed as if the praise and contempt are equal, when that is absolutely not true. It has received 99.9% praise, and there have been a handful of people that are mad. And the people that are mad are mainly contemptuous of the system that allows something like this to occur, rather than MrBeast or the content of the video itself. So this is, again, just a completely disingenuous statement that is not true at all. For his part, MrBeast has taken to Twitter publicly bemoan the fact that so many people are angry at him for putting on what amounts to a publicity stunt under the guise of selfless charity. So there we go. And you have a person who is... Now he's doing a good thing. There's no bad side of this. And also, what's wrong with doing something charitable for publicity? Yeah, what is this? First part, MrBeast is taking it. Yeah, what is this? It's crazy. And so anyway, these are people, I'll zoom in a little bit more so you guys are able to read it more easily. The truth is straightforward. The video was more ableist than altruistic. That's right. That's right, guys. Curing blindness is ableism. Jesus, ableist number one. Yeah, see, Jesus would be canceled. We're canceling the New Testament, bro. That shit was not that, bro. That was ableist. What do you mean? That's awful. Yeah, the OG ableist. Before delving into the many layers of why this video is troublesome, it's important to issue a caveat. Okay. However problematic MrBeast's premise in producing the video, the people who participated, the patient's doctors, should not be vilified. They made the decision to go through with the surgery of their own volition. The reasoning behind that choice goes far beyond the scope of this article. Well, yeah, because they're fucking blind. What are you talking about? Why are we even having this conversation? This is insane that somebody would even say this. Mental gymnastics for why helping people equals bad? Yes. These are people who have no problems in real life and invent them and create articles like this just because they have nothing better to do. Yeah, this is a person who has literally no problems in their real life. So before delving, however problematic the premise is, how do we know how is it problematic? It's problematic because it's ableist? Well, why is it ableist? Well, it's ableist because it's problematic. Oh, great. Thank you so much. What a great article. Wow. In the broadest lens, the biggest problem with wanting to cure blindness is that it reinforces a moral superiority of sorts of those without disabilities over those that are disabled. No, this has nothing to do with a moral superiority. You invented this. And also, it is a superiority to not be blind. Do you know why? Because you can see things. Imagine if you could see through walls. Would that be better than not being able to see through walls? Absolutely. Stab your own fucking eyes out if you think being able to see doesn't matter. Are you fucking kidding me? You are so stupid to act like an obvious disability isn't a disability. Like being deaf, being blind, not being able to walk, not being able to move, being paralyzed. These are horrible, awful disabilities, and these people are trying to go around and they want these other guys to wear them like a badge of honor? What the fuck is wrong with you? This is the most psychotic shit I've ever seen. Like, I can't believe this. The writer is a joke of a human being. Yes. Hopefully all the people that read this article are blind, so then they wouldn't have to fucking see it. But now we have TTS. They're still gonna he's still gonna get in there. Fuck, man, this is so pathetic. It reinforces. No, it doesn't. Why? How does it do this? Although not confronted nearly as often as sexism and racism, Systematic ableism is pervasive enough through all parts of society. The fact of the matter is that the majority of abled people view disability as a failure of the human condition. It is. Disability is fundamentally a failure of the human condition. What are you talking about, you fucking clown? People get older, body parts fail, whether that's heart failure, liver failure, lung failure, brain failure, nervous failure. Like, all of these things fail. And what do you think? Eyes don't fail and hearing doesn't fail too? This is insane. Probably argue that the people that have been paralyzed wouldn't absolutely love the opportunity to have their spinal cord somehow repaired. Yes, this is disgusting. This is absolutely fucking disgusting that somebody would make an article and talk about this. As a failure of the human condition, as such, people with disabilities should be mourned and pitied. Mourned and pitied. I don't know. If somebody is born blind, yes, I would feel bad for them. Yes. If somebody is born without being able to walk, I would feel bad for them. Yes. What? Of course. Of course I would feel bad for it. It's awful that this happened to you. What do you, how fucking insane do you have to be to think this is a problem? Yes, this person making an argument that disability shouldn't be cured? What the fuck is this? More pointedly, as MrBeast stated in his video's thumbnail, disabilities should be eradicated and cured. Yes. I agree with them. I think that we should eradicate medically treatable blindness. Absolutely. I will go on record. I will say it. I think that we should make it to where people that are blind are not blind. Yes, I think that we should absolutely solve people's disabilities. On one level, disability being viewed as a failure of the human condition is technically correct. Oh. Oh, what? Of course it's technically correct. That's why disabilities are what they are. The body doesn't work as designed. Yes. If disabilities were computer software, engineers would be tasked on figuring and finding and fixing the bugs. Yes. Yes. Excuse me. Yet the human body isn't some soulless, inanimate machine that requires perfection in order to work or have value. I have been subject to a barrage of harassment on my Twitter since tweeting my thoughts on MrBeast's video. Have you ever thought that it's because your thoughts were stupid? And you're wrong? You've been getting harassed? So wait a second. So you're saying that MrBeast is putting systematic ableism on display. This is a universally bad thing to say. There is no way that you can paint MrBeast as the good guy whenever you're saying that he's doing that. So you go out of your way to attack him, and then you have the audacity to claim you're the victim whenever people disagree with you. How pathetic. This is what the term crybully is meant for. People like this. What a disgrace. Professional victims. Yes. Let's see here. In between calls for me to imbibe a bottle of bleach, most of them have been hurling retorts at me that question why I wouldn't want to fix or cure what prevents people from living what is ostensibly a richer, fuller life, because blindness would be gone. A blind person, they said, could suddenly see the stairs, the rainbow, a child's smile, whatever romantic notion one could conjure. Elizabeth Barrett Browning would be proud of the way that I counted the ways in which this myopic perspective lacks perspective. Okay. Let's hear it. So, all right. Why is it better that a person stays blind? Let's read the argument. For one thing, the doctors shown in the video aren't miracle workers. Oh, thank God. Thank God somebody says it. And by the way, yesterday's miracles are today's science. Keep that in mind. Many things that we thought were magic and spontaneous turned out to be science. So historically, this is stupid to say. And on top of that, I think a lot of doctors are miracle workers. They absolutely are. Could you do this? No. Could I do this? No. There is no all-encompassing cure for blindness. Not yet, number one. I'm... What? What is this? Evidently there is for some of them. Like, I don't understand. Like, this is crazy. If the people who participated in this surgery have had their lives changed for the better by regaining sight, more... I like how this is like, oh yeah, well, you know, maybe if these guys have had their, you know, maybe, I don't know if their life's better if they've had sight or not. I mean, you know, who knows, right? I mean, how do we possibly know this? Like, yeah, it's so hard to say. Yeah, they're not blind enough. It's crazy. Article is proof that there's no pleasing these gaslight woke, and the more ground we give them, the more they try to take. Exactly. These people are parasites, and there's nothing useful or productive about them. This produces no value. The doctor that was curing these people in the video will provide infinitely more value to the world than this person ever will. With their useless articles. And you know what the truth is? Probably more than I will too. That said, we know nothing of their visual acuities before the operation, nor do we know what the long-term prognosis is for their vision. That MrBeast attempts to cure blindness is essentially baseless. Okay, this part is, I would say, a 2 out of 10, where everything else was a 0 out of 10. Saying that he cured blindness might not necessarily be true. However, do you think these people would like to have their vision prolonged? Is anything that prolongs a person's life or a person's ability to use their facilities of their body, like their hands, arms, legs, eyes, mouth, throat, ears, you know, etc., brain, is anything to do this automatically devalued because it does not exist indefinitely? Dick, yep, there's another one. No, of course not. That's a ridiculous thing. It's completely reductive, and if you use any other parallel in science, you would realize this is ridiculous. At a fundamental level, MrBeast's video is inspirational porn meant to portray abled people as the selfless heroes waging war against a diabolical villain known as disability. True. True, that's right. That's right. We are trying to help people that are disabled. We are using our resources, and we're going out of our way to spend money to help people that are disabled. That's right. Isn't it disgusting? Monster. Absolutely. What the fuck are these people? It's ultimately not meant for the disabled person. How would you make a video for people that are blind? You fucking idiot. Like, really? This is crazy. This is incredible. This is fucking insane. Oh my God. It's for abled people to feel good about themselves and about disabled people striving to become more like them, more normal. It's for abled people to feel good about themselves. About themselves, I think, is a stretch. But yes, this is a video that you should watch. And if so, let me shed some insight on this. If you watch a video of a man curing 1,000 people of blindness, and at the end of the video you don't feel good about it, you are a fucking psycho. There's nothing else to say. Like, how do you not feel good at the end of that video? Of course you're going to feel good about that. The only exception I can see is if whenever you see this, it makes you think, wow, how could we as a society have let this happen? I think that's totally fair. I felt the same way. For the disability community, inspiration porn is often met with such derision because the message isn't about us as human beings. It's about a group that is less than the masses. Well, yes. If you are blind, you have less than the masses of people that are not blind. What are we, like, am I taking crazy pills? Yes, you have less senses than a person, but yes, like, no fucking shit. Video is inspiration porn. What is this? What is this phrase? Portrayal of people with disabilities as being inspirational to able-bodied people on the basis of their life circumstances. Is material perceived as objectifying disabled people for the benefit or gratification of able-bodied? This inspiration porn is a form of ableism. An example of inspiration porn might be a photo of a child with a disability taking part in ordinary activity with captions targeted towards able-bodied people such as "your excuse is invalid before you quit or try," or "they didn't let their disability stop them." Did this guy read did he read this thing? That's not even what this is. That's not, yeah, like, you didn't even read it. He's just saying words. Yeah, this is like, what are you talking about? Yeah, this is a different thing. Holy shit. This article is more so than the video. Yeah, this is insane. Are we against interracial videos? Inspirational videos. Yes, we are now against inspirational videos, guys. That's right. This is where, okay, for the disability community, inspiration porn, which is, again, not what this is, categorically not what this is, because the people with disabilities are not being used as being inspirational. What is being used as inspirational is the removal of those disabilities. So it is a fundamentally not disabled person. It is not inspiration porn because the person that is being used as inspirational is not disabled by the nature of them being in a video where they get cured of a disability. Just fundamentally, it's not the same thing. It is met with such derision as messages about us as human beings is about a group that is less than the masses. This is where structural ableism rears its ugly head. Structural ableism rears its ugly. Okay, so now we have another term that's being added in here where there is no... Okay, so what does this mean, structural ableism? This has never really been defined. This is not... There's no example of how this video promotes it. Because you're talking about it being inspiration porn, not about being structural ableism. What is structural ableism and how does this video apply to that? This is such condescending shit. Yeah, he's making up a word salad where he just talks about all these, woke buzzwords that people, as soon as they hear them, they're like, yes, I agree with that thing. I agree. That is bad. Ugh. Think about it. If you fell and broke your hand or your wrist, that would indeed be bad. You'd be disabled for some period of time. But the expectation during your recovery time would be that you're still human, still reasonably do everything you could do prior. You may find certain things inaccessible for a while and need some forms of assistive technology, but you would expect to be treated with dignity and you wouldn't expect someone to miraculously reset your broken bone. You wouldn't expect someone to miraculously reset your broken bone. No, you wouldn't expect that. You'd lay in bed and pray for it every fucking night because that's what every person who has any kind of a problem like this does. What the fuck is wrong with you? You wouldn't expect it because it usually isn't possible. That's what I think was so shocking about the MrBeast video, is that some of these things are possible and they just didn't even happen. It's so over the top, it makes me think it's intentionally objectionable in order to generate views and comments. I think that, and I'll talk about that at the end, outrage porn, because that's what you're saying this is. I'll comment on that at the end. Yet this is what MrBeast and his millions of minions are peddling in this video. They don't recognize the humanity of blind people. They only recognize the abhorrence of them not being able to see. What? This is such a, it's so asinine. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Quite a stretch. Yes, this is so pathetic. They want humans to have better quality of life. Yes, exactly. Keep the people blind for their feelings. That's right, guys. That's what they want you to do. So it's not human to have compassion and generosity. That's right. No, it's not. Only real compassion is whenever you get absolutely nothing out of it. And so if MrBeast gets something out of it at the same time as helping somebody, he's actually a bad guy. Oh my God. It's just nuts. They don't recognize the humanity of blind people. Yes, they do. That's why they're trying to cure them. But the difference is that they do more than... See, what this person does is they recognize how bad it is. Oh, wow, it's so bad. It's such a bad thing. But they don't do anything about it because they produce and are worth nothing. They have no valuable skills that will help the world. They're not improving anybody else's life. And thank God that there's other people in the world that aren't like them. The reason that they don't only recognize it is because they can do more than that. In other words, abled people have a tendency to think disability defines us. I think this depends on the person. Obviously, somebody's disability, like, I think that being blind is absolutely a life-defining thing. This is a massively life-defining thing, and the way that you live is going to be very different than if you were not blind. Like, why are we pretending like this isn't the case? Or you can't walk? Come on. So a blind man had this wrote by his friend. Well, I don't know. The author is literally defining people by their disability. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. All of the people are all categorized as people with this disability. Guys, doctors are getting paid. That's horrible. Can't let them cure people with that money. Yeah, exactly. Someone said they have a problem with the title because those people were able to see before. I think, and that's what I said, like that is a... You can say that it is the cure of blindness is essentially baseless. This is fair. This part is definitely fair. Everything else, however, is ridiculous. In many meaningful ways, yes, our disabilities do define us to a large degree. Okay. What? But I thought but have a tendency, well, but, so they think something that's true? Well, I can't believe this. How problematic. It's nuts. After all, no one can escape their own bodies. But what about our traits as individuals, our family, our work, etc.? Surely, so what if they had interviewed the person beforehand and talked to them more about like their life? Somehow this would have been the same. Like I don't even understand. Like what is the point for this? Surely people are aware of things like the Paralympics and the wheelchair basketball leagues, for instance. The point is, disabled people are no different in our personal makeup than anyone else. If they were no different, then you wouldn't have to categorize them as disabled and have separate leagues and Olympics for them. They are different. Why? What is wrong with you? I find this to be so reductive and so bad because it teaches people that instead of trying to improve your life, instead of trying to improve your situation and work towards a world where we don't have to live in, like, what if the guy that invented polio read this fucking article? The guy that sorry, not, oh my God, excuse me. He did not invent polio. He cured polio with a vaccine. Excuse me. Yes. What if he, like, oh yeah, well, before then, everybody just had polio. Until they didn't. And until that was over and it was done. And there have been many things in life that have been the exact same way. Yeah, manly kids, yes. It's just disgusting that this person thinks that this is an acceptable way to talk. Medicine is bad. These people have never faced adversity. No, and the worst part about it is they patronize the people who do. And not only do they patronize them, but they put words in their mouth. They tell them that, oh, you're being used for something else. Yes, it's just the most disgusting form of existence I can possibly imagine. It's pathetic, man. You didn't notice? Good looking at adult source videos? Okay, all right. I don't want to talk about that right now, but it's true. He said we should mourn and pity disabled people. Goes on to say they shouldn't be pitied. Great, another non-disabled people offended for me without asking. Well, it's not about being offended or not being offended. Being offended is irrelevant. This is a fact. This isn't a debate. There's no argument of, oh, what, is this bad or not? No, it's a fucking fact. Like, what is wrong with you? We shouldn't be pitied, and we certainly don't require uplifting in ways like MrBeast suggests. I don't know everything that MrBeast suggested inside of his video or everything that he said. So, you don't require... Let's look at this. Do blind people require having their sight back? No, they don't. They can live their life blind, and that's just how it is. And a lot of people are still going to have to do that. However, there's a reason why they signed up to not do that anymore. Because they don't want to. This is crazy. This is incredible. Like, what is this? This writer is morally disabled? Clearly. Because this treating them like humans is easier to do. It's free, costs nothing. Yes, exactly. And I want to highlight this message. We always talk about bad messages. Here's a really good message. Obviously, they would make such claims because this treating them like humans is easier to do, it's free, costs nothing, and it can't be quantified. It's essentially making a case for doing nothing about an issue versus actually doing something. What a subhuman take. Exactly. Yes, fucking exactly. He's also saying we. Yeah, bro, like he's saying we, like, oh yeah, like me and all the blind people. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know, like, if maybe this guy is massively disabled, and I'm not sure. But, like, you don't live their life. Who are you to say we? I don't know, man. Pretty clear this post is rage bait or something. It's not. There are people that really think like this. It's so sad. Okay, so shouldn't be pitied. Don't require uplifting in the ways that MrBeast suggests. Don't require. Nobody says you require it. I have multiple disabilities due to premature birth. Most people I know me as partner, brother, cousin, and a person who loves sports, loves to cook, and listen to rap music, and distinguished journalists. Everyone in my orbit is well aware of my disabilities, but they do not judge me solely based on them. They know the real me. They know my disabilities aren't the totality of my being. Oh. As they should? Like, I don't understand, like, what's the point of this? That people that know you very well, like, I don't understand. Like, if you see somebody out in public, you're not going to know everything about them. You're going to see, are they tall, short, are they white, black? If somebody's in a wheelchair, you're going to notice that. If they're walking around with a walking stick because they're blind, you're going to notice that. Yes, that's the way it goes. And then if you talk to the person, you get to know more about them. That's... Like, have these people ever left the house? My lived experience is unique because I have so much to draw from. I have visual disabilities, physical motor disabilities, and speech disabilities, and my parents were both fully deaf. That sucks. That is absolutely awful. Growing up of two oldest children, I served as the unofficial in-house interpreter for my parents. I'm sure your parents really like that. Yeah, I'm sure that was a really great improvement in their life, that they had to require their kid to do that. Yeah, that's good. It's just trying to use their credibility. It's always bullshit. Yeah, it's just so fucking ridiculous, man. Oh my God. Deaf community who reject the idea of cochlear implants because their identity is being tied to deafness. The issue isn't as black and white as you're making it. Your identity can be tied to deafness all you want, but at the end of the day, being deaf is a disability. You can choose to live with your disability and let it define you as much as you want. But the moment that you tell other people that they're wrong for acknowledging an obvious reality, that's whenever you are the bad guy. You are the wrong one. Don't force your fucking beliefs that are bullshit on somebody else. It is bullshit. Like, I don't, like, yeah, this is ridiculous. As a CODA, CODA International, what's CODA? Celebrates unique heritage of about adult hearing individuals with deaf parents. Okay, so people that have deaf parents. I straddle the line between deaf and hearing worlds. I know firsthand how deaf people look at their culture and their ways of life with immense pride. Then do that. What? Yeah, then do that. Then don't get the implant. Then don't hear. If someone cured deafness, what would happen to the people? The culture would fade away because there's no reason for sign language to exist and the experiences derived from it. So this person, like, wait a second. So this person is saying that we shouldn't cure deafness because sign language exists? What? This is disgusting. I can't even believe this. I had a mentor in my senior year of high school who asked me the day that we met in the counselor's office how I would go back to change things in my life so that I wouldn't have disabilities. I told him I'd rather unequivocally that I wouldn't. Then don't. Okay? Then don't. I don't see the problem with this. It's your choice. He was taken back by my answer, but I explained the rationale was simple. It would change who I am. Exactly. I've said the same thing about, like, my teeth rotting out. I've said that if I could go back, would I brush my teeth and, you know, like, take care of them, really good care of them? I said no, because that situation led me to be who I am today. A lot of people were confused by that, but I can see what his answer is like because it makes sense in the context of his life, and he feels like his life has been shaped by this disability, and he wouldn't want to go back and live a life of another person. I think that's totally fucking normal. There's nothing wrong with this. But now you did get them. Yeah, and also keep in mind, I also got them fixed. So yeah, don't forget about that. Okay, here we go. Rest. Almost a quarter century later, my feelings are unchanged. Granted, I have my moments. I curse the fact that I can't get into a car and go anywhere I want, anytime I want. Likewise, I often lament the fact that my limited range of motion is caused by cerebral palsy, prevents me from moving as freely as I need or want sometimes. However, all my disabilities have enabled me to thrive in many respects. Okay. Okay. So there's two questions, right? Number one, if there was a pill that you could take that would make your cerebral palsy go away, would you take that pill? Today, I'm not talking about going back in time. I'm talking about taking that pill today to where you can move and go wherever you want. Would you take that pill or not? Because I guarantee you it's coming. Like with the amount of like stem cell shit people are doing, the amount of machine learning they're developing on that, medical technology is becoming more powerful and better every single year. The people that like shit that, as I said, miracles 200 years ago is old science today. It will happen. And also, number one, that's number one. Number two, would you prevent other people from doing it? Because nobody is telling you that you can't have your own lived experience the way that you choose to. In the same way that somebody, if you want to go and eat a bunch of fucking food and be 700, 800 pounds and barely be able to move around without a mobility scooter, you are free to do that. This is America. You can do that. But that doesn't mean that we should treat people that are 700 or 800 pounds as if this is an equal lifestyle to somebody who is a healthy weight. This guy's messed up. Yeah, it's so fucked up. Yeah, it is not the same. It doesn't mean we should force them to lose weight, but we should never act like this is an equal lifestyle. It is not. It's crazy. Such a pill doesn't exist, yes, and that's his point. Talking about people that are stuck with their disabilities and what effect MrBeast video could have on them. So because some people have uncurable disabilities, we shouldn't try to publicize curing any other disabilities? Couldn't you apply that logic to the polio vaccine? Because some people can't get vaccinated for cancer or something similar to that. So we shouldn't have any vaccine? Like, what the fuck? Like, where's the thinking for this? Where does this go? I said the video, not the curing. That's specifically what I said. I said, so what you're telling me is that making a video publicizing curing somebody's disability is a bad thing because all disabilities cannot be cured. Is that what you're telling me? This is disgusting. If you can't cure everyone, you don't cure anyone. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely disgusting. Let's see here. We're told my disabilities, let me see here. Disabilities have enabled me to thrive in many respects. The relationships I've made, the knowledge I've acquired, the journalism career I've had for close to a decade, all of this would not have been possible in an alternate universe where I wasn't a lifelong disabled person. To me, that's the ultimate silver lining. How do you know that? How do you know? How do you have any idea that that's what happened? Like, this is insane. Again, it's such bullshit. Like, yes, it's all thanks to your disability. No, because again, the reason why, like, I find it very weird that the article starts off as criticizing MrBeast for reducing people down to their disability, and then this person talks about how much of a broad life they have and how much people know about them, and then at the end of it, they reduce their success in life to their disability. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't you see what you're doing? Yes, he's reducing himself to his own disability. Holy fuck, man. How sad. I don't presume to be an oracle when it comes to accessibility and assistive technologies. We know. I know a lot, but I don't know it all. Clearly, you don't. Similarly, I don't presume to speak for all blind people or the disability community at large. Yes, you do whenever you say we. Whenever you say we, you are speaking for the community. You are not speaking for yourself, because if you were speaking for yourself, you would say I. This is like, how the fuck did they let somebody like this publish an article on the internet? How does this happen? You literally are speaking for them. Blindness in particular is a spectrum, and I proclaim to know only where my eyesight sits on that line. I also know this: a cure is not the answer to helping blind people. What? What? Listen, if you've got cancer, you don't need a cure to cancer, okay? That's not what you need. That's not the answer, guys. Yeah, polio? Oh, man. You know what you don't need? Well, you don't need a cure for polio. Worst timeline. Yeah, this is absolutely... This is one of the most, like... Oh, my God. Need love. Okay, well, then what do they need? Okay, a cure then is not the answer. Then what is the answer? Disabled people don't need pity. We don't need to be uplifted. We don't need cures from ourselves. But you clearly do. That's why you can't go anywhere by yourself. It's because you have cerebral palsy. That's literally true. Like you acknowledge that in your video, or sorry, in your own article. Disabled people don't need pity. No, you know what they need? A fucking cure. What we desperately need is some recognition of our basic humanity. We need abled people to start seeing us as the people we are instead of the sorrowful, burdened outcasts society likes to portray us as. Okay, that's fine. I can get behind this partially. We should try to see a person who's disabled as more than their disability. I thought it was great that in, I think it was Infinity War, Peter Dinklage, you know, Tyrion in Game of Thrones, was like he was like a giant or like a dwarf or something like that. And he was like really, really big. And there was no mention or reference of his size or stature whatsoever. And I think there was another movie where that was the case as well. Absolutely. Somebody should not be defined by their disability. Of course. Thor? Oh, was that Ragnarok? It was either Infinity War or Ragnarok. I forgot which one it was. Yeah, giant dwarf. I forgot which one it was. Yeah, Thor was a giant. They can say that because they live in a developed country. I'm positive those outside left developed countries would say otherwise. Bro, nobody in this country agrees with this. MrBeast and his defenders easily fall into the trap of perpetuating that deeply entrenched ableist mindset, as I wrote earlier. Ableism is just as pervasive as racism and sexism. Simply put, we need allies, people who see us as real people. Oh my god. Holy fuck. So they don't need help? Then don't look for help. Finding a cure to cancer or a cure to AIDS is one thing. Disabilities need no cure. Wow. Oh, here we go. Comments are disabled for this article. What a surprise. What truly needs curing is society's proclivity to view the disability community as little more than real-life characters from a Tom Browning film. Disabled people are not freaks. Disability isn't a bad word. You can learn a lot from us. Uh-huh. I don't speak for everybody. Oh, here we go again. Yes, I don't claim to speak for... I don't presume to speak for all blind people or the disability community. Disabilities need no cure. You can learn a lot from us. What a fucking joke. What an absolute fucking disgrace. This is so fucking sad and pathetic. And you know what's really sad about it? Is that TechCrunch, their reputation is getting dragged through the mud because this psychotic fucking zealot. You know another person who did this? Didn't Mother Teresa have people sit in pain because she thought people's pain brought them closer to God? I read this. Yes, she did. You are no better than that. Disgusting. Absolutely fucking psycho and disgusting. Mother Teresa may have done a number of really great things, but that certainly wasn't one of them. That is awful. It's horrible. And everybody rightfully looks at that and says it's scum, it's horrible, it's bad, and there's nothing good about it. This is just horrible. That a person could write an article like this and actually think that in any capacity they have the right. They have the right to tell other people what they should and shouldn't do with their own disability. Oh, it's just pathetic, man. From his bio, what's his bio? Let me see. Freelance tech writer. Yeah, there's no like bio about this. Freelance tech writer with iOS accessibility expert. Yeah, and this is what he said. I cover everything accessibility and assistive technology. What makes my reporting unique is that the perspective I bring to the beat. I have multiple disabilities, so I'm part of the marginalized community who uses assistive tech to access their devices. That gives my work instant credibility, allowing me to write authoritatively on the topic from his bio. Oh, his Twitter bio. Okay. Yeah, anyway, yeah, it does give him credibility in that way because he can actually... he can look into these things, as a person who actually uses them and needs to use them. That's partially true, but it does not give you universal credibility when speaking about any disability. Nobody has that by default. You don't have credibility. You can't say somebody else can't have an opinion that being disabled is bad. Like it's ridiculous. He doesn't want disabled people to be cured, but he wants assistive tech made for them. And what is the goal of that assistive tech? To make their life as if they are not disabled? It's just so pathetic. And what I find to be really bad about this is that there are people that are out there that are spreading these horribly toxic mindsets. Like mindsets that they set, technology, societal progression back years and years and years. Like, I wonder if this person who was born with polio, I think this is the best parallel that I can think of. If this person was born with polio, would they want the vaccine to exist? And based off of this article, the answer to that, if I had to guess, is no. Because he said right here, disabilities need no cure. You're full of shit. Yeah, this is such a disgrace. TechCrunch should be embarrassed for allowing an article like this to be on their platform. And it's really sad to see these different websites that use these, these obvious, like, nutballs to come on and write incendiary articles, profit off of outrage, and then, be like, oh, well, it's just a freelance writer and we're just publishing it. Like, fuck you. You either you didn't read the article and you didn't even do due diligence to look into what he's saying, or you saw this and you are approving it because you are letting it on your platform. You published this. Yeah, it's just crazy. You can be born with disabilities because of a virus, so it still works. Yes, you can. His point is precisely that disability is not an illness. To be honest, I don't agree with him, but his perspective makes sense. His disability is not an illness. What about illnesses that create disabilities? Like, you're just playing word games. Why are we playing word games here? I do think it's a clear difference between illness and disability. Not all disabilities need curing. They can live a complete life, but illness can kill. Why would you not... What disability doesn't need curing? Because I want you to go out and tell every person with that disability, actually, no, you're better that way or you're equal that way, and you shouldn't have access to live a life that's different from this. Yeah. Is ADHD a disability? I'm sure for some people it can be. Gigantism of the dick. Okay, yes. All right, that's great. So, it's just that, yeah, 100% they'd be better off with the cure. Well, it's not even that they would be better off with the cure. It's that they have no right to tell other people that they wouldn't be better off with the cure, and they have no right to portray a cure as being a bad thing. That's what they have every right to live their life with a disability, and they can live and do whatever they want because it is their life that they choose. But the problem is whenever they come in and they tell other people, you helping people is bad and this disability doesn't need a cure. It's awful. I have Tourette's, and by God, I would love a cure. It harms my ability to socialize and work. Yes, exactly. I make do, but this article irks me to no end. Tasteless. Exactly. It's a coping mechanism? I bet it is. How can someone say people with disabilities can live a full life when things need to be altered in order for them to be able to do daily tasks? Because they're delusional. That's why. They're delusional. It's very, very simple. They're delusional and they're talking shit. Fibromyalgia is an illness. I have it and it sucks. My mom had fibromyalgia. Yeah. It's one of the reasons. And like also, so this is how illnesses and disabilities happen. So like, for example, my mom had fibromyalgia, and that means that she wasn't able to go out and do a lot of things because of like, you know, it was like chronic fatigue and shit like that. So then that caused her to gain weight. Now, could she have done more to help her health? Absolutely. I told her that every fucking day. She didn't do it. I think about that every day. However, what happens a lot of times is that these illnesses create disabilities. It's like a domino effect. It's like, okay, well, I have this disability, and because of this disability, I gained weight. And because I gained weight, then I have high blood pressure. And because I have high blood pressure, then I have heart problems. That's how it happens. It's just, it's so fucking delusional. For crazy people modifying God's will as soon as you judge it? Yes. Yes, this is on the same level as crazy people that are talking about modifying God's will. Comments are disabled for this article? Of course they are. And everybody in this article, like, this is what MrBeast said. So you'd prefer that we don't help people get life-changing surgery they want and ask for? Because it's like the moment that and this is why comments are disabled, is because an opinion and an outlook on life that is as stupid as this can only exist in an echo chamber. And the moment this pathetic, sad excuse of an opinion is put in the open marketplace of ideas, it gets eviscerated because it is pathetic, reductive, and harmful. This is a joke. TechCrunch should be embarrassed for publishing this. And they if I was, I would issue an apology and like fucking delete all of this guy's stuff off their website. This is horrible. Epileptic, I'm so thankful that I have medicine to literally keep me conscious. If there was a pill cure, I'd pay millions for it. Of course you would, Caden. Yes. Like for me, what disabilities do I have? I have the same thing Ludwig has, like sunken chest. And I wish I could not have that. If I could just snap my fingers or take a pill, that would go away. I would do it. I also have, I'm balding, right? If I could take a pill to make that go away and it actually work, then I would do that. Let's see. What other problems do I have? That's probably about it. Yeah. Yeah, it's just... It's sad. Really sad to see people like this, that have a voice. But the one saving grace for all of this is the fact that whenever this person had the audacity to put out their shitty, stupid fucking opinion, every single person disagreed with them. They said they were being ridiculous, and they've gotten completely drowned out by all of the people that know that they're completely full of shit. Treatment for AIDS is so good today so they can live full lives. Is so interested in finding a cure for AIDS is okay in my book whenever this is basically a disability as well. Yeah. When about eczema, you know what's really sad? What's really sad is it's 3 hours right now. You still didn't open the game. Oh, well, I mean, if anybody is unhappy about me doing React content, you're in the wrong place, okay? Like, I will do this all the time. Like, if there's more things that I want to cover, I will always do that. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Stretch marks from gaining weight, yeah. Let me see these. How would you know if it actually works? I mean, what would convince you? The fact that they aren't making new ones every year. With that logic, we shouldn't do charities for people that can't find funds for a cure over a serious illness because it's double discrimination against disabilities and poverty. True. True. What would Jesus do? Well, I'm pretty sure this guy would have canceled Jesus for curing blindness. Yeah.
A truth, what needed, truth.